Hello and welcome back to Conscious Concepts.
It has been a while, but we are back and we are going to talk about circadian rhythms and waking up with the sun, going to sleep with the sun.
Clearly you did more research than I did.
Clearly I did. No, the rhythm means like your body going with the earth and stuff like that. You understand?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So, you want to tell me your specific experience? We're mostly just going to talk about why it's so important to actually wake up with the sun and go to sleep with the sun, and how that will change your life. Actually, it will actually change your life for sure.
I got into the habit around Christmas time, where by default I woke up with the sun and went to sleep with the sun, and this is something that just happened because I was staying up late and waking up early. So I mean, whoa, let's back up. Going to bed early and waking up early. This is something that I just repeated for a while, and I discovered my body felt so much better when I got immense amounts of sleep and I was awake to see the sun rise. And just waking up with the rest of the planet was just so refreshing, and I felt so much more energy.
Well, it makes total sense. Like, if you look at even evolution, man, like if you're in the forest, where you belong, like our natural habitat as humans, not a house. If you're actually in nature, you wake up at like 3 a.m., the birds are just like waking you up. That is your alarm clock, You know what I mean? And then after that, you'll see the sun. And the sun actually emits blue light, which like when it goes into your eyeballs, it gets to your brain, and blue light, it activates your hormonal balance, and it creates cortisol. Like it has, like, your brain creates cortisol when you see blue light. So that's why it's actually very popular right now to like wear these yellow tinted glasses at night, so that when you're on your phone and stuff, you're not seeing blue light, and you're not like, because cortisol is the stress hormone, if you didn't know. It's literally just like the fight or flight. It gets you awake, it like pumps you up. That's what cortisol is, and it's not a bad thing. It's like completely necessary. A lot of people like cortisol has a bad name for some reason. Like, how can you minimize your cortisol secretions, which doesn't make any sense. Like, that's like really important for energy and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, like that's why it's not ideal to go to bed at 4 a.m. and then wake up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
And another thing is, our body naturally produces a hormone called, a brain chemical called melatonin. And that's the chemical that when you are in the dark, your brain starts to produce to get you to sleep. And when we fight this chemical, it's completely wasted.
Yeah, it takes energy to make that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if you waste that chemical, then your brain has to produce it again. That's why sometimes you'll have difficulty sleeping at night, because you're wasting that chemical that gets you to sleep. One of the few chemicals that gets you to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. And it only works when you're in the dark. So I mean, like, that's why people find themselves waking up with, or even if you stay up all night and you see the sunlight, you start to get energy.
Absolutely.
You ever felt that? I don't know, because I know a lot of people who have actually felt that. Like, you're staying up all night, you're just starting to get tired, but once 6 a.m. rolls around, you see the sun, you see like the blue sky, and instantly it's like a pick-me-up. It's like a wake-up call. And that's and another thing actually about light, like that's why it's not good to sleep in, is the light. That's like most of it. If you're in a basement, I'm sure it'd be a little bit better, but at the same time, the way the world works, it's much better. There's actually studies showing that there was a study in Toronto showing that people who woke up more early, a study, University of Texas, people woke up more early, and the early risers were actually tested better, like an entire grade higher than the people who slept in and or the people who went to bed late and like stuff like that and slept in. So yeah, that's just a fun fact, I guess. But
and like another thing is, all the most successful people in the world are early risers, because they have a morning schedule that they stick to. Say, like, the way you have your morning affirmations and stuff like that, you're able to wake up, do all the things that you need to get done, whether it be yoga, meditation, dishes. It doesn't matter. As long as you're getting things done early in the morning, you don't have to stress about that later on in the day when your body's really, really exhausted.
Yeah, and like one of the best things too is when you're waking up with the sun and like seeing the daylight for all this time, and when you're active during the day, you get more tired at night. Mm-hmm. So another thing that you said, you were talking about like getting stuff done. That makes total sense, man. For
Absolutely.
me, when I started waking up more early, I get a bunch of things done before 10 a.m. and then I start my work day, and I'm like, you get 3 times more things done, because
Absolutely.
the mentality of it's 9 o'clock, that's a settle down kind of thing. Like it's
Absolutely.
like it's in the back of your brain saying, all right, it's 9, let's cool that, I'm not working anymore, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? That's why wake up at like 8 and get all this work done. That way by the time 9 o'clock rolls around, you're settled down and you've done a lot of things. You've accomplished so much. And you just have time for yourself, I think, in the morning.
Yes.
Like when you sleep in, everyone's been up for I don't know how long, and you're just kind of like,
you're getting into the flow a little bit late.
yeah, exactly. You're hopping into the day a bit late, and everybody else has already been awake for a few hours, and you're just waking up, and you're like, guys, whoa, like.
And you know your sleep patterns are all out of whack after that, because then you have to try to force yourself to go to bed earlier, so you can get yourself back set into the work week for those who work.
It's just the way the world works, and there's a reason why, you know? And a few tips for nighttime: just go to bed when the sun goes down. I mean, it's as simple as that. When the sun goes down, go to sleep. You don't hear any birds. Like, in nature, it's quiet at night. Maybe a few crickets, but like, it's quiet. There's some white noise. That's it. There's no birds chirping. Like, everyone is asleep for a reason. You know, animals don't even hunt at night, you know? So it's a time for rest.
Yeah.
Essentially. So yeah, I've noticed it's really helped me. He's noticed it's really helped him. And yeah, you guys should seriously give it a try, you know? And maybe even look into it, because there's a lot of cool studies on the internet that you can find, and like cool references to actually, you know, dive a little deeper into the subject. Anyways, that's that for this episode of Conscious Concepts. Thank you so much. Thank you for the reviews on iTunes. I'm really happy we're on iTunes right now, and we're on YouTube, and it's good. I'm really happy we're doing this. How do you feel, man?
I'm glad to be part of something that's productive and helping other people.
Absolutely. All right, so give that a try, and we'll see you on the flip side.
On the cool side of the pillow.